Hello guys, this is Vysh. We are going to continue 2018 prelims analysis, MCQ 31 to 40. So this is a very important paper for you because it's one of the most difficult papers in the last few years. So if this you can solve, then it will help you solve questions in 2020 and 21 and the future years. Okay, because if you take some other paper like 2016 or something, you will find UPSC like very easy. But 2018 was a very difficult paper, and you should know like what range of questions they were asking. They asked very older current affairs. Okay, maybe it was a mistake, or I don't know how they selected the questions, but most of the questions were from 2014, 15, 16, 17 news items. Okay, it was not a 2018 news item. Okay, and about the subscriber, if people have subscribed to this channel, you will enjoy all the videos for free. Else later at a point will come where you will be looking to our channel, but you will see like no video has been uploaded. Okay, but the ones who have subscribed will alone be able to see the newer videos. Okay, so please subscribe so that you will not miss out any content which is given here for free. So the first question is a polity direct question. It's a money bill thing. Okay, directly money bill definition they're asking. So you know, article 110 is what is the definition of money bill. So here they have directly taken everything. Only there was a controversy here, like many the questions, the statements were confusing. Like if you see the first one, like which is not correct. Okay, that means 3 of them should be correct. So a bill shall be deemed to be a money bill if it contains only provisions relating to these things: imposition, abolition, remission, alteration or regulation of any tax. Okay, so that is what exactly the first statement. Okay, so if any of this following condition, so if this only is so valid only, if this is satisfying, then it's a money bill. So that is true. Then a money bill has provisions for the custody of the Consolidated Fund of India and contingency, or the Contingency Fund of India. Okay, custody they are telling here. So here it is written custody of Consolidated and Contingency Fund. So that is also true. Now we'll do the fourth one first. A money bill deals with the regulation of borrowing of money or giving of any guarantee by the government of India. So it's written here, regulation of the borrowing of money or giving of any guarantee by the government of India. So they have taken A, B, C itself. The first 3 itself they have taken, even though there are many other clauses also. So A, B, C are true, and you will get the answer as C. But problem is here, a money bill is concerned with the appropriation of money out of the Contingency Fund of India. So here it is written, the fourth one, appropriation through the Consolidated Fund of India. So you will tell it's false. But the confusion part was this section, okay, which you see here, the payment of money into or withdrawal of money from any of such fund. So because here any of such fund means here consolidated and contingency both will come. So people were confused whether this can be true or false. But again, because the other 3 statements are true, you have to assume that this is false. Okay, because other 3 are directly given. The third one is just an interpretation which you can take it and you can tell like, no, that is also true. Okay, but here because A, B, D are definitely true, we know that by the clauses and the wordings of the constitution, you have to go with answer C. Okay, C is not correct. Okay, here it should have been Consolidated Fund of India. So it's a direct question. There is nothing much to explain. You can pause and read this, and this is actually taken from a website. Okay, there is a website called indianqanun.com. Okay, indianqanun.com. The articles are given in a very nice format. If you go to any other website, problem is they'll give it in a very unreadable and unformatted way. Okay, and you will feel very kind of difficult to grasp the points. But this indianqanun.com, when you search simply, when you search article 110 Indian Qanun, immediately this will come and it will be given in a very crisp format, meaning in one screen you can read all the clauses very neatly. Okay, so please read articles from there, especially the articles which have already been asked in UPSC. In the same today's session, I will show you again questions where directly article has been picked up and asked. Okay, at least every year 2 articles are asked, ditto wording by wording is asked. Okay, so you are expected to study this. So you can read all this, clause 2 and clause 3 and clause 4, like these are very important things. Next year maybe question will come from here. Now question number 32, that is second question for today. Again, polity, with reference to the election of the President of India, consider the following statement. So it's asking about the value of the vote. Okay, there is a concept which is there in Lakshmikant again, direct Lakshmikant it is. So MLA's vote and MP's vote they're asking. So first thing is each MLA, the vote of each MLA varies from state to state. Okay, that is actually true. And then the value of vote of MPs of the Lok Sabha is more than the value of the MPs of Rajya Sabha. So this is like UPSC invented something. There is no differentiation between MP of Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha when it comes to the voting power and all, okay, of election of president. So this is actually false, and the answer is one only. And this was directly solvable from Lakshmikant reading and also from a similar MCQ. We had an MCQ number 83 in one of the tests. So if you see which of the following is false with respect to the vote value and quota for president election, this is what they have asked. So first one, MLA vote value is equal to total state population by number of elected MLAs. So here state population is an important factor. So obviously it will vary from state to state. So we have taught you that, and that is correct. Second one, this one is a wrong statement. The right answer is this one: MP vote value is equal to total value of all MLA by total number of elected MPs. So it's just telling elected MPs. There is no differentiation between Lok Sabha or Rajya Sabha. So if you have studied this like this, okay, from a standard test series, okay, because we give the page number also. So that is why our Polity test series is one of the best in the country. When you do this, keeping your Lakshmikant aside, you can solve this and immediately read that paragraph. So like that, 1000 MCQs are there, 1000 MCQs, and 1000 times rereading your Lakshmikant. So you will become an expert in all the Polity concept. Okay, every minute things have been picked and formed by MCQs. So it will definitely make you like score like 18 questions comes in prelims. All 18 can be solved from our test series. Okay, so this is like one only is the answer. Hope you got the point. Okay, it's just a direct Lakshmikant question. Now question number 33. In Indian context, which is the implication of ratifying the additional protocol with the IAEA, International Atomic Energy Agency? You should know there are many agencies like this. Okay, there is one International Energy Agency, then International Atomic Energy Agency, and also International Renewable Energy Agency, and all three have different headquarters, different places, and different tasks. So you should know where are these and where are how is this thing and whether India is a part of it. Okay, so this is a very important thing, and one problem is this is a 2014 current affair. Okay, and the answer for this is this thing. They're asking what will happen if India is ratifying this thing, additional protocol of this thing. So it is not this two you can directly eliminate. If you are a good UPSC aspirant, you will know this has nothing to do with NSG. Okay, NSG, like it automatically becomes NSG member, and it is privilege to buy uranium from NSG group. So this has nothing to do with this IEA. Okay, in this context. So this is like you have to choose from this. Either it's a civil thing or military thing. So India obviously will not sign something which will make them come and monitor our military nuclear these things. Okay, because already India is not in support of NPT or NSG and all these things. So this thing is the one which is true. The civilian nuclear reactors comes under IEA safeguard. So if you see this is their website where Indian additional protocol was ratified, and this was happened like July 25, 2014. So here and there maybe this comes in news, but this was very difficult for the students to crack in the exam hall. So at least now you should understand like UPSC can go and ask these kind of detailing. Okay, so you have to know this. See, civilian nuclear facilities. Okay, this is what happened when India ratified this. So hope it's clear. Question number 34. This is a very easy question if you know what is ASEAN and what is RCEP. Okay, like RCEP, India is still not signed it, but India has India is one of the free trade agreement member with the ASEAN member. ASEAN you should know that is like 10 countries are there. There is a lot of mnemonics which I teach my students. Like one is BPL TV mimics. BPL TV mimics. This is actually the ASEAN 10 countries. Okay, Brunei, Philippines, Laos, Thailand, Vietnam, Myanmar, and Indonesia, Malaysia, and Cambodia, and something else is there, Singapore, I think. So BPL TV mimics. This one, if you know, these are ASEAN countries. Plus 6 countries is what the FTA is there, and what they are trying to make it as RCEP. And out of that, the 6 countries are Australia, New Zealand, China, India, Korea, and Japan. Okay, these are the 6 countries which together they want to make it RCEP, but India has not yet agreed to it. But they have free trade agreements. Okay, ASEAN has free trade agreements individually with these 6 countries. So that is what is asked. So if you know that thing alone, you can see what all is there. Like Australia is there, China is there, India is there, Japan is there. So 1, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so this is a direct international relation question which you are supposed to know because you are preparing for this. Okay, Canada and USA is not there. So again, one more thing is there. ASEAN is one thing, RCEP is another thing, and there is another thing called East Asia Summit where 18 countries will come. Okay, first one is 10, then RCEP together it will become 16, then East Asia will become 18. Okay, so there it is actually these 16 plus Russia and USA. Okay, so, but here question is not about that. Here question is about ASEAN having the free trade agreement with which all countries. So here it is these 3 things: 1, 3, 4, 5. Australia, China, India, and Japan. Okay, New Zealand and Korea they did not put in the options. Else if it was there, that also will come. Okay. Next one, this is a question where you have to do your smart work. Okay, this is something which you will not study. Nobody will teach you also. Global Alliance for Climate Smart Agriculture, GACSA. This was like this every year one environmental kind of thing will be there. Okay, but you have to tackle it through the options. Whenever such tough questions come, they will give the hint in the options itself. So here if you see, this is an outcome of climate summit held in Paris. So Paris Climate Summit 2015, whatever happened, you are ideally supposed to study, and you will never study something like this. Okay, I'm telling you how you can solve these questions. They will give an option, something which you know. So Paris Summit is something which you should know, and if it is related to India, that also you should know. So So here it is telling India was instrumental in the creation. So if you are a serious aspirant, you will definitely know if something like this is there related to India. So here the trick to do is eliminate those two things which you have studied and you know that this has no connection with that, and directly you will get the answer as 2 only. Okay, so membership of this thing does not create any binding obligation. So that in your about page it will be there. It will be voluntary. It's a voluntary thing, multi-stakeholder thing, and India is neither a member, and I don't think it has any role to play here. And it is like hosted by the FAO. Okay, and I think it's an older one. It's from 2010 or something. It is there. So UPSC just took up somebody and tried to make a question. So here the clue they are giving that by connecting it with India and Paris Summit, which you should know. Okay, so you have to eliminate like this. So next time also when some body comes, don't skip the question like that. Just go through the options. There will be things which you will know, and through that you can come to the answer. Okay, that is the trick to solve these kind of questions. Now Digital India, it's a direct question. Like Digital India, they are asking, they made a weird statement again, like formation of India's own internet companies like China did. India don't have such a thing and all now. Like we have this Atmanirbhar thing now, but the time when question came, this was not the vision. And establishing a policy framework to encourage overseas multinational companies that collect big data to build their large data centers within our national geographical boundaries. So these are all like sounding good and it is what we need and all, but these two are not there listed in the Digital India thing which came in 2015. These are not there in the visions. Okay, so these two are just made up things. And the third one, connect many of our villages to the internet and bring Wi-Fi to many of our schools, public places and this thing. So Digital India means this only, providing internet connection to everyone. So 3 only is the right answer. So here that's what, again, you have to see the options. Seeing the options, you can eliminate it. So this is from the Digital India page only. My students will get all these things in your test anyway, on these screenshots in one of the other questions. And see here, whatever you read, these first 2 statements will not be there. Okay, it's about giving this thing, government and services on demand, digital empowerment of citizens, and digital infrastructure as a core utility to every citizen. So about citizen empowerment in digital world, that is what we are doing, not about companies coming in or anything of that sort. Okay, so that is why this 1 and 2 are false. Question number 37, a very easy question which you are expected to know because this cities in Syria, Israel and all, I always tell you to study, Iraq, Iran, because it will be there because of the like ISIS will be like capturing it one day, then the government will be taking back the control, or terrorist attacking, bombing, something will happen. So these things keep coming in news. So if you see this, Mazari Sharif was in news, like because even Prime Minister condemned it, Afghanistan in 2017, I believe, 2017 April. Okay, and it is asked in 2018 June. So it is 14 months old current affair. That is why I'm telling you should study this. And so this one is true actually. And this one, Mosul is in Iraq and Aleppo is in Syria. This you have to know because UPSC already repeated these things in previous years. Okay, so this Palestine is wrong. It is actually Iraq. So 3 is wrong. When you eliminate 3, these 2 will go away. Okay, and when 4 is there, this has to be the answer. And if you see this, Kirkuk is actually again in Iraq. Okay, so that also was in news because of ISIS, I think, capturing the area or something. So Yemen is incorrect. Okay, but Syria is right. So the answer is 1 and 4. 1 and 4 only. So it's a direct question for those who study UPSC very sincerely. Okay, I don't think anybody of our students did any mistake in this last year. So question number 38. Again a direct question. Every year, one act will come from the Polity chapter number 1, okay, which is also taught in Spectrum, and Spectrum chapter number 11 of my edition, whichever edition I am teaching. So this is one of the edition which I am showing, my slide only, which I taught you, chapter number 11. So residuary power is with whom? Okay, you know the present one you will know with whom it is. It's with the center. So like that, it was with the Governor General in 1935. Here it's written residuary powers with the Viceroy. I have given Viceroy because 1935 obviously the person is called Viceroy. Okay, after 1857 whoever comes he is called Viceroy, but that is one and the same. So here it is a direct question. There is nothing like you have to like think in the exam hall or something. If you studied the classes you will know. So study from Spectrum or study from Lakshmikant, it's up to you, but a serious aspirant will know these pointers by heart. Again, I am telling you, if you are a very serious student who is doing all my test and all my lecture, you will clear the prelims with much easiness compared to any other student in this country. Okay, so these are all examples which I am showing you with which you could have solved it and you could have cleared the last attempt itself. But if you are a new student, at least now take it seriously, because I know students who did not take seriously 1 year and next year they come and ask us about the test series. So please don't do that mistake. We teach everything very sincerely by putting a lot of effort. And it's all done for you only. So please see to it that you are studying this very seriously. Okay. So 3 free test. Okay, students who have seen till the 14th minute now, okay, I give like this freebies for students who watch the series till the end. Okay, because there are students who will watch first 5 minutes, then directly skip to the last minute. They don't watch it fully, they don't study fully. So these are for my regular students who are very sincerely watching my videos. You will get 3 current affair tests completely free. You just have to email me with this subject, 3 free tests. You send an email, immediately you will get an email with February, April and June current affair. With this, not only you will see the sample, you will see why or what you are losing by not enrolling to ICIS test series. Okay, and the enrollment details to the other current affairs which is not here will be provided. The link will be provided there itself, like the pricing and how to do. It will be already there in the this thing, in the email which you will get along with this. So you can email me. We'll go to the next question. Again, polity. A direct question about an article. I told no article, they will directly ask the clause whichever is mentioned. So here it is article 179. They're telling the Speaker of the Legislative Assembly shall vacate his or her office if he or she ceases to be the member of the assembly. So that is actually true. Okay, see, if he ceases to the member of the assembly, then whenever the Legislative Assembly is dissolved, the Speaker shall vacate his or her office immediately. But that is not there. Okay, see, shall not vacate office immediately before the first meeting of the assembly after the dissolution. So after the first meeting, next meeting only, that person has to resign. So it's direct verbs taken from here. It's nothing like anything new invented. So this comes every year. So that is why when students ask like, sir, what all articles to study, what all schedules to study, there is nothing like that. You have to study the chapters in your Lakshmikant and automatically these articles will be done. Okay, like UPSC will not ask you explain the clauses of article 179. So the number, if you don't know also, it's okay. But these things, okay, these things you have studied in your Lakshmikant, and so you have to know it. Okay, you have to know every chapter in Lakshmikant by heart. When you close your textbook, you should be able to explain to a third person. That is the meaning of by heart. Okay, you should know everything thoroughly so that you can teach someone who has no idea about this. So your answer is one only, and it's direct question. Question 40. This is some questions which UPSC is like should not have asked. Okay, this is like a CSAT, where ideally if it's asking paper 2 we can understand, but paper 1 it's a very complicated one because it's philosophical statements taken by different political persons. Okay, ethical persons, political persons, they tell dialogues like this and they have taken them and put it to confuse you. So here they are telling the relationship between law and liberty. Okay, what is the relation between law and liberty? So only thing you can eliminate easily is this thing, C. If there is liberty, law have to be made by the people. This is a very absurd statement, so that one you will eliminate, but all the other 3 are confusing. Again, if you have to eliminate, one thing is if there are more laws, there is less liberty. Okay, and then if there are no laws, there is no liberty. Then if laws are changed too often, liberty is in danger. So here, if A is the one which we can eliminate by a little bit common sense. If there are more laws, there is less liberty. Like more laws meaning if suppose there are good laws like giving you more freedom, obviously this cannot be true. Okay, like more laws cannot be like less liberty. That has no meaning. So that can be eliminated. But B and D, every coaching institutes were arguing till the answer key came. And finally, when the answer key came, the answer was B. Okay, if there are no laws, there is no liberty. But that also can be argued and told like it cannot be correct. Okay, like suppose a forest or something is there where there is no law, it doesn't mean that there is no liberty. There animals have whatever the freedom they want or whatever they do. So it can be argued, but again, comparing B and D, you have to choose B. Okay, like D was like more opted by most coaching institutes. If you see, if laws are changed too often, liberty is in danger. Meaning government will give you some freedom today, tomorrow they make a different law, so your freedom can be curtailed. Okay, so it can go negative as well as positive. So they have actually played with the negative definition of liberty and a positive definition of liberty, which you can find it in your class 12th NCERT will be there, or it will be there in ethics textbook, it will be there in political science optional textbooks. So they have just played with the wordings and you have to choose the best one. So if you skip this question, I don't blame you. You have to skip if you don't want to simply lose marks. Okay, only if you are very confident you should do this. And just notice that in 2019 they repeated this question again by asking what is the best definition of liberty, and there were again 2 things given. One was absence of restraint and one was our self personality development, something like that, and that was the answer. Okay, like ability to develop oneself fully, that was the answer. But absence of restraint is actually true, but that is the negative definition of liberty. So UPSC is always looking for positive definition. That is what we can assume, and here you have to just by heart in case they ask it again. Okay, if there are no laws, there is no liberty. Okay, so that is what they are telling us the best relationship, and you have to by heart this. And about the test series, you can come and WhatsApp me if you need 2020 revision packs or 2021 full test series, the one full year, which is one which you should ideally enroll. Okay, if you are a very serious aspirant. So I'll come up with the next episode soon. Every day it will be coming, obviously, because I'm planning to complete all the previous year papers soon. So stay tuned, subscribe the channel, Enjoy your learning. Thank you and have a nice day.